Hey everybody, super excited to hang out with you today. Go ahead and let me know in the chat when you can hear me. And awesome, looks like we are getting started.
Hey everybody.
Oops, I had my YouTube screen up right there on right there. Here we go. Awesome. Sweet. So go ahead and let me know when you are here. This is the Top Secret VA Marketing Masterclass. I'm really excited for this. There's going to be a lot of good information presented here. So when you are here, let me know in the chat that you're here. Hi, I can hear you. Hi, Abby. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Valerie. So good to have you guys here. I'm doing chat on my phone here because it's a little easier. If you guys are watching on your phone, I know this is a YouTube live video. It's a little different than something we've done before. There should be a button on your screen. For me, it looked like 3 little dots, and you could switch to the desktop view, and that's where I was able to find chat on my phone. So just so if you guys are watching this live and you're not seeing the chat in the right-hand corner, it's on desktop. But I don't, at least on my phone, I couldn't see it in the mobile version. So if you did want to chat and ask questions along with us, then go ahead and do that. It's 4 o'clock Central Time. So we're going to get started here. Again, introduce yourself in the chat. Let me know that you're here, and let me know if you're excited about the marketing class. I'm super pumped for this. I know it's going to be great. Hey, Jessica, good to see you, girl. So excited that you are here. All righty, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in. We'll get started. Again, there will be a replay that's sent to everybody, so you will have access to this later if you're not able to catch the beginning. But we are going to start on time here, so let's just jump in. Everybody good? Awesome. Let's do this thing. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and that's going to give us the ability to actually view these slides here. Okay, so just one moment. Everybody let me know that you can see my screen okay. Everybody able to see my screen? Well, awesome. So let me know that you can see my screen okay. I'm loading it on mine too. I can see my screen okay, so I'm thinking you guys can too. Awesome. So this is the Top Secret VA Marketing Masterclass, and this is presented by the Virtual Savvy. We're super excited just to bring some of our top marketing secrets to you in this masterclass. So my question for you, how many of you consider yourself a marketer? Okay, you are a business owner, or at least you're an aspiring business owner, but how many of you actually consider yourself a marketer? I'd love to hear in the chat. So for most of us, we we got into our business because we have a certain kind of skill set. Maybe you have experience in a certain area, you're wanting to get into virtual assistants because you want a flexible work schedule and you have some kind of admin experience. But for most of us, we don't really consider ourselves a marketer just going into this whole thing, right? But I have news for you. The answer is yes. If you are a small business owner, if you are a solopreneur, then like it or not, you are by default also a marketer. And most of us, we just don't love that concept, right? We're like, man, I got into this because I have a skill, but a lot of us have a hard time selling ourselves, selling our services, really getting ourselves out there and getting traction for our business. And so what I would like to do inside of this masterclass is I would like to simplify this process for us so that marketing doesn't seem like this big, vast task that has to be done that's really elusive and we don't really know what needs to happen. I want to have this be very practical so we can break down exactly what you need to do and make it just a routine thing so it's part of your business. Does that sound good? Now, here's why marketing is important. If you have a business, there has to be people that are finding out about you, right? And marketing doesn't necessarily have to be, I'm doing Facebook ads and I'm posting 20 times a day on my page and I'm coming up with all this content. Content marketing is only one form of marketing, but there's tons of types of marketing out there. There's something called word of mouth marketing, which maybe some of you guys have experienced, where somebody has talked about your services, and because of that, someone else comes in and wants to hear more about you. There's visibility marketing. There's a lot of different tactics out there. So when you think marketing, maybe you have like a little bit of a, oh, that doesn't sound good, but really start to think through what is your idea of marketing whenever you think of it. And if you are averse to that type of marketing, well, then maybe that's not the kind of marketing for you, right? So we're going to explore some different types of marketing and really come into this where it seems manageable. So that's why in this presentation, I'm going to be showing you 5 secrets to mastering your marketing plan. Everybody ready? Awesome. Let's do this thing. All right. So we're just jumping right into the deep end. Secret number 1. And before we jump into, I just want to let you guys know this is super, super action-packed. So my goal would be for you to either watch this webinar now or go back and watch it later with another tab open so you can actually be taking notes, doing some of the tasks while we're talking, okay? I want you to come out of this with action items completed. So you can do these while we're on the training right now. You can go back and re-watch it, but I want this to be interactive, okay? This isn't one of those trainings that you just sit back and listen to and say, oh, that would be really cool to do someday. This is for now. This is for you to do right at this moment, okay? So we're jumping into these secrets, but be taking notes, but watch out because there's action items with each one of these, okay? Awesome. So, secret number 1. This may seem really simple, but I guarantee some of you guys have not actually done this yet. In order to have a marketing plan and be actively pursuing it, actively pursuing new clients, you have to actually have a time in your day that you're doing it, right? There needs to be a set aside time inside of your schedule that you devote to marketing, whatever that means. Again, there's lots of different types of marketing, so we're not getting into that part yet, but there needs to be a scheduled portion of your day that you actually devote to, hey, this is me getting more visible. This is me getting in front of clients. This is me reaching out in some way, doing job proposals, looking up jobs, going to networking meetings, whatever it is, this is the time of day that I devote to doing that. So my question is, how much time do you currently spend marketing your business? If you're honest with yourself, or you can put in the chat if you want, if you're watching live, how much time are you actually spending marketing your business every day or every week, right? When you're first starting out, when you have no clients, your number 1 job is marketing your business, right? You have nothing but time to market your business. And so if you are just in that beginning stage, there's, I feel like for most of us, some of us are in the starting phase, some of us are in the growing, and some of us are in the scaling. But it doesn't really matter what phase you're in, marketing still needs to be a part of your business. So how much time are you actually spending right now? And I challenge you in this first step to actually set aside a certain amount of time every week. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's what I hear from most people. There's never a good time to market your business, okay? So a lot of us are kind of waiting. Well, I really need to get like a website together, or I really need to do this, or this needs to settle down in my life a little bit more before I can really start marketing. And the problem is, and what I see happen so often, is that people jump so quickly from one side of the scale. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But then you get some clients and then it's like, oh, I'm too busy. Like I have too much. And so there really is never, those are the two excuses that I hear all the time. And there's never really a perfect time we feel like to start marketing. So the perfect time to start marketing your business is now, okay? Doesn't matter what level you're at. If you're in the starting, growing, or scaling, you are still at the perfect time to start marketing. So we're going to talk a little bit just for a moment about time blocking. And so I'm going to give you an inside look to my personal calendar, personally what I do to plan out my day, to plan out my time, and to make sure that I am setting aside time every single day to market my business. So if you're not already doing time blocking, if you are doing time blocking, awesome. I would love to see where you have marketing set aside in your schedule. But if you haven't done time blocking yet, guys, it will absolutely change your world. I literally just got my husband the other day. I like fell in love with him all over again because I came out in the living room and I looked and he had printed out a sheet of paper and it had times from 6 a.m. to like 9 p.m. written on it. And I saw him filling it out. It was just a piece of paper. And I was like, oh, my heart, I love you. Because time blocking makes me that happy. And my husband, who is not a planner, who is not the time blocking Trello kind of guy, has realized, man, this really does make my day more effective. So let me just show you really quickly. I'm going to actually take off of the slides real quick and just show you what that means for me. Okay. So we'll go on to maybe next week here. So for me, my business looks a little bit different than what a lot of your businesses probably look like, right? I'm a content creator and I'm a blogger and I do more like coaching and things like that, a little bit more than one-on-one client work. However, this is what I do. And so whether it is a part of every day, a lot of times people say, okay, 30 minutes to an hour a day, especially when you're first starting out, an hour a day devoted to marketing will change your business. I guarantee you, it will absolutely change your business. For me, I've decided I do something called Visibility Friday. Okay, so this is my big chunk, and I literally devote this entire time every single Friday to just getting out there. For me, that could be podcast interviews. For me, that could be just connecting with other business owners. I've been sending emails lately that just say, hey, we're both doing really cool things in the online space. I'd love to hear more about what you're doing. Everybody needs more friends in the online world. Let's chat and connect. And for me, that has turned into some really awesome relationships that have helped me further my business. I have some like partnership webinars coming up with these people now, different things like that. So for me, I did one big chunk. Another thing when it comes to time blocking, just on a side note that I've really noticed has helped me a lot, has been that I set aside certain times really for meetings. So I try to only meet at the end of the day, Monday, on Wednesday, and then I have a 2-hour chunk on Friday too. So that way I have 2 solid work days on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every once in a while, a meeting will come up. What is this? I think that's my kids going to a doctor appointment. I'm not actually going to that one, but this is so I make sure I have 2 really solid days, and this could be maybe these are the days you do client work, and these are when you do potential client meetings, and this is when you do your marketing, right? However you choose to time block your day, it is important. So make sure that it's happening. You guys liking this? Is this helping? All right, cool. Let's see. So we're talking time blocking. All right, so guys, this is your action item, and I know we're moving pretty quickly throughout this, so you might have to do this in a replay, or if you're watching a recording of this, you can go ahead and pause it. But go ahead and do this, like literally right now. pull up your calendar, and even if you're just doing the marketing part, just think, when am I going to fit marketing into my day? And for a lot of us, a lot of us are like maybe doing this business on top of a full-time job or on top of taking care of kids. There still has to be a carved out time for you to work on your business. So if you're not having a carved out time, then you'll have to get creative on how you're going to find that carved out time, right? Maybe if you are a stay-at-home mom, you have a friend that, hey, I'll watch your kids one day, you watch my kids one day, or I'll watch your kids for 4 hours, you watch my kids for 4 hours, and you do that swap. You're waking up early, you're staying up late. And I know some of us make big sacrifices for our business, but I'm telling you, when you set aside that time, make sure that your first priority, especially if you're just in that starting or growing stage, that first priority is going to be marketing. So, are you guys blocking out your time right now? Are you are you doing this action item? Make sure that you have that time set aside just for marketing. Now we'll go into a little bit of what that will actually look like. I'm sure that will be helpful, right? So once you have the time actually set aside to marketing your business, what do you do in that time? Well, that'll bring us to secret number 2. Secret number 2 is the Facebook profile funnel. So this is basically a way to get you set up, okay? So if this is not something that you're already doing, this is another quick action item that I want you to do quick, okay? Um, and it's actually pretty easy to do as well. So how many of you have heard, probably have, if you've been around the online space at all, how many of you guys have heard you should be spending time giving value in Facebook groups? Like, how do you find clients? You should give value in Facebook groups. You should give value in Facebook groups. Anybody heard that before? That's something common that you're hearing a lot. Well, for a lot of us, we're like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show up in Facebook, and we're spending so much time on Facebook, just like commenting on people's stuff and doing all of this. And it's good. And, you're getting yourself out there in a sense. But the problem is that if you don't have this funnel in place, all of that effort is completely void. Okay. So, so take a look at this, okay? I'm going to show you really quickly. Some of you may have this in place, and if you do, good, golden. But you will not believe how many people I have met who don't have this in place, okay? So what happens? Here I'm on my my personal profile. What happens when we're interacting in Facebook groups, right, is that we you give value. Somebody asks a question and you comment. Let me just go to a Facebook group. We'll go to Savvy Business Owners, one of my favorite groups. Lovely Heather Crabtree hosts this group. So somebody starts asking questions. So someone here is asking about a Facebook ad budget, okay? So they're obviously interested in growing their email list with the free ads, and you come in and you provide an amazing value post, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. A way to actually get noticed inside of these Facebook groups. But you're doing this amazing value post. Here's what happens. And maybe you guys know this is true because you've done it before. You'll do the post and someone will say, oh, who is that person? How do they know so much about groups? And what happens? Well, you're commenting in these groups with your personal profile. So what do? They go and they click on your personal profile, right? They'll click on your personal profile and they'll say, who is this person anyways? And luckily for Andrea, ooh, she has a fun little video here. She has Small Business Owner at and a link to her Facebook page. Okay, you guys have probably done this exact thing. And so people go, oh, this girl's a content person. I actually need a content person. They'll go visit her website or they'll see her services here. And this is a potential, and that person is a potential new lead for Andrea now. But if Andrea had nothing here, if she hadn't written on her personal profile who she was and what she did, then no one would have any idea, how she has this vast wealth of information and knowledge. So this is the Facebook profile funnel, and it's super simple to set up, guys. I mean, you don't have to have even a website ready. As long as you are connecting your personal profile and your business profile, that is going to give people the next steps to work with you, right? And so this is what that process looks like, right? People comment, they add value. You're commenting, you're adding value to people's posts. The client looks at your personal profile, they click to your business page, they find out what you do and contact you for your services. That's what that process looks like in action that we just showed you there. Okay, so, but you might be asking, we'll go back to this here, but why would they look me up, right? You're like, I'm spending all this time commenting and doing things in Facebook groups, and is this person really going to be looking me up? Well, first, ask yourself, have you done this before? Have you done this with other people? I know that I have. I know that whenever I post or whenever I see somebody that has an amazing response to one of my questions, or they're posting about something that's really impressive inside of a group, they go, oh, I have to celebrate. I just blah, blah, blah. And they do something that I'm like, wow, that's impressive that they just accomplished that. I'm going to look up and see who this person is, what they're doing. Okay. So that's one reason, but we're going to go into another reason why somebody would actually look you up when you're commenting in these groups, okay? But first, before we get to that, this is another action item, okay? This is something that you can do right now. If you don't have a business page, make a business page. You don't have to post a ton on it. I promise. You can go in once a week and post, schedule in Hootsuite or Buffer, just three posts to go out for the week. That's it. It'll take you 15 minutes to post something to go out on your page. But make sure you have a business page, a way that someone can contact you, even if it's just your email address, that's fine, on your business page, and make sure you go ahead and connect that to your personal page. Everybody good? Some of you might have already done this, but trust me, the amount of people I see that don't do this very important step, it's fundamental whenever you are getting clients through Facebook groups. We're going to talk about some other methods here today too, but this is one of the most powerful ways if you haven't already started utilizing groups for getting clients. So we're going to move on to secret number 3. And I talked to you guys about, why is it? Why would somebody even really care? Why would somebody even want to post or even want to look me up? It's because you're giving value first. And I talk about this some, but I really want to dive into this more because, guys, you would not believe how many people are not utilizing this method. It is insane. Myself, tons of other business owners that I know are putting out job posts. I actually just talked to somebody who did a job. They had submitted a job in our job opportunities. She told me that she got 100 applications. Okay, that's a lot. And for you, you might think, oh my gosh, that's overwhelming. And I said, I have to ask, because she's a friend of mine, how were the applications? She goes, Abby, honestly, most of them were terrible. Most of them were just like, hey, I would love to work for you. Here's my website. And that was it. And guys, maybe you worked hard on your website, and that's awesome. And maybe you worked hard on a portfolio, or you don't really know what else to say. But this value first methodology, it really, really makes a difference, and it's what makes you stand out among everybody else. Okay, you guys following me here? So what is the value first methodology? Let's just show you by some examples. Okay, value first is basically just when you give them more than what they asked for. You went ahead and you put the next steps into their hands for them. So the value first methodology, let me show you a really great example. I know I have one here. This was an awesome, I was looking for a Pinterest manager, And this is somebody that reached out to me. I saw your post and I wanted to reach out to you regarding managing Pinterest account. I've taken this course. I've seen great growth with the accounts that I manage. And so she's going through and she's showing other people. And this is where a lot of us stop. And this girl, she really does have some experience with showing what she's done for other clients, which is awesome. But never just stop for what you've done with other clients. In fact, what I'm about to show you is actually more impressive than showing what you've done with other clients. Then she went on to say, I've also attached a few graphics that I've created to give you an idea of my experience, okay? So she went on and she created, she showed a few examples of these were ones actually she did for other clients. Sorry, this was my mistake. She went on to show how she had done some examples for other clients. How you really take that to the next level is rather than saying, here's some work that I've done for other people, you say, here are 5, guys, it doesn't take that long. Here are 5 pins that I've created for you. Okay, here are 5 pins that I've created for you specifically for your business. Go ahead and use them. Like they're yours. I give you the rights to them and you can use them. This doesn't just show your talent, it also shows off your initiative, which, guys, it is so much more important to hire somebody that takes initiative and can seek after a problem and deliver excellence than somebody with a ton of experience, okay? And so many people are looking for the willing people, the people who take initiative, the people that are going to go above and beyond more than the people just that have experience, right? And so it makes a difference. It's a way that you can actually stand out. So what does that look like, right? I'll give you another example, okay? Because one of the things that I wanted to do was we're going to do this live, okay? That's one of the things that I thought would be fun for this masterclass. You guys want to see this happen like live in action, right? So let me show you one more example, and then we're going to do this live. I'm just jumping on. We're jumping on, and we're doing this thing, okay? So let me show you. I'll show you a really awesome example, if I can find it. So I not too long ago, here it was, ready? September 15th. So it was a couple of months ago. I posted this post in the VA Savvies group, in our very own group. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Confession, I have Google Analytics on my dashboard. I have no idea what it means. What are you great at? What do you need help for others from, right? This was just basically me showing like, hey, if somebody knows what this means, that'd be cool if you told me. I wasn't really looking to hire anybody. I'm just like, hey, can somebody tell me what my website stats mean? Because I don't really know what they mean. And a bunch of people are saying, here, gave some really good value. But I want you guys to notice what my good friend Hema did. Hema, I'm curious why you want to improve your numbers. Are you interested in ranking? Da 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 da. Now watch this. I created 2 short videos to explain some of the things you can do to improve your bounce rate and some basic SEO if you want to rank higher in Google search. And she literally created videos for me, guys. Look at this.
Hi, Abby. This is Hema. I saw your Facebook post about the Google Analytics dashboard and how to.
Okay. She literally went online and recorded 2 10-minute videos where she went through my site and just gave me tips on how to improve. And do you know what happened when she did this? I sent her a message. I was not looking to hire anyone, guys. I was not looking. But I immediately sent her a message and I said, how do I hire you, Hema? Literally. She's never taken my courses or anything like that, but she knew the value of giving value first, okay? And so this was a really great example with a specialized service. She saw somebody asking about her specialized service, she could go through groups and search for Google Analytics or search for SEO inside of groups and then do these value videos. If you guys haven't started using Loom yet, Loom is really awesome because I just have it as a plugin right here. But Loom, you can create videos that it shows, you can do just the screen like this, and it creates a link for you, so you don't even have to send them to a YouTube link. Or you can have your picture in the corner too, which is really, really fun for people to be able to see your face and see the desktop. You have the option not to have your picture there, but it really does make a difference. And so this is one example of showing value first, right? Are you guys getting this information? Are you liking this so far? How many of you guys would like to do this live? Huh? You want to see if we can find one? I literally did not prep for this at all, but I just thought it would be fun to go through a group and see how we could do this live, okay? So one of my favorite groups, a good friend of mine, Dana, has a group called Boss Moms. So I'm literally just going to look through here. Now, if you have a certain service that you do, if you offer Pinterest management, you could go ahead and you could pick Pinterest. So this person is more wanting to start a Pinterest. Oh, well, this was me. I needed a Pinterest manager. I have one now. Okay. So, and I mean, sometimes you'll have to go through searching multiple blogs, but that was one that you could have done for me, right? Let's go back to okay. So this is somebody that's looking for a blog mentor. So that would be if you did something like that. If you could help grow their blog in some way. I mean, a great way to go through and provide value first, doing a video, look at their blog, right? Let's see. She's obviously willing to hire somebody. So you can go, you view her profile. Let's see if well, that's probably one of her problems is that she she doesn't even have her blog listed here, right? But I mean, a little bit of searching, you can find out, who is this girl? What does she do? See what her blog is about. Or even just ask her in a video or ask her in the link, hey, can you want to PM me your blog? I would love to see it, the person that was asking for Facebook ads information, right? You go through and you could create 3 like visual ads for them, right? The copy and the graphics for an actual ad. Something after you've applied for a position, if you're able to, we did this actually really recently with my husband. He applied for a remote position and he's just finished his 2nd interview for that position. It's a full-time position, so they're doing a lot of research. You know what we did? We went and we looked up what city he said that he lived in, and then we did whitepages.com and saw what his address was, and we sent him a thank you letter for the interview. Actual letter showed up at his house. Okay. So that ability to like think beyond and to put that value first, I'm promising you guys, it makes a difference. Okay. To take that initiative. All right, cool. You guys liking this so far? So this is what the value first methodology is. And guys, if you're doing this and you have problems with it, if you're like, man, I can't think of what I would do, post about it. If you're a boot camper, a savvy techer, or just in a VA Savvies community, post in there and say, hey, I found a job for this and I really want to provide value first, but I'm getting stuck. Do you guys have some ideas of what I can do? I promise you're going to be bombarded with ideas. But let's stop doing proposals that just say, hey, here's my portfolio, or hey, here's my website, or hey, I'd love to work for you. Okay. If you're really wanting to get noticed, you're going to have to put in some actual concentrated effort. Show them what you can do, not by just what you've done for previous clients, not just by from your website or your portfolio, but actually go above and beyond. Spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour even creating something specifically for them. Okay. That was back in the day. When I was pitching to potential clients, you guys should probably see this. I had a okay. I had a free Teachable account, and this is where I would create courses for people. Okay, I would show them what I could do inside of an actual course. Okay, so I would outline a course for them. I would say, hey, here's an outline, and I would show them this is what I can do. I can create this um this little course for you. Okay, and so I outlined what it could actually be. Okay, and so I went ahead and I did the first steps, right? And doing those first couple of steps, if they hired you, what would your first few steps be? Well, could you go ahead and do those steps for them now? Create, and if you don't see anything that you could do, then just do something for another area. Something big that a ton of people aren't doing right now, we haven't even done in a lot of our VA Savvies groups yet, is at the time of this filming, the size for Facebook groups, the cover photos has just changed. And a lot of people haven't updated them yet. So just make them a new profile, a new cover photo with the updated measurements, right? It's just something you can do to show value, even if it's totally unrelated to what you want to be doing for them in the future. It's something that's going to help them out, and it's going to make you stand apart, okay? Does everybody get this? Does everybody feel like this is something that they can actually accomplish? Something that you can actually do for your business? Awesome. Okay. Let's move on. Where would you get stuck on this? Go ahead and think through, what are the types of tasks that you're doing on a regular basis? We'll go back to our full screen mode. What are the types of tasks that you're doing on a regular basis? What are the types of services that you're trying to get people to hire you for? Well, go ahead and think of the methodology behind what you would send to somebody, right? Maybe have a template that you just fill in for every person. If you're doing Pinterest management and you're sending people personalized pins, well, just go ahead and create a few that you could change the wording and maybe the background photo of really quickly. Okay, go ahead and pre-plan the ways that you could get stuck on this, how you will face those hurdles. All right. Oh, I'm awesome. Spencer's Union said this is a lot of great information. I'm getting a lot of ideas. Good. I want you guys to really succeed in your marketing. And I'm telling you, as much as you might be listening to this and being like, oh man, it just seems like it's a lot of effort and I already have other things on my plate. Well, remember, in step number 1, we set aside time. So now you have time set aside to actually do this. And I guarantee you guys, people aren't doing it. I've sent out job proposals. My friends have sent out job proposals that are in the online business space. People will get hundreds of proposals, and guys, they're terrible. I mean, really, even if you're just recording a video of yourself on your phone or using Loom, that tool that I showed you, a quick video just introducing yourself so they see your personality, saying, hey, I love this stuff about your website. Like, point out a couple things that you love, okay? And just show them this is who I am, this is my personality, and just them being able to see you just doing something that's above and beyond is really what's going to get you noticed because other people aren't doing it. So go ahead, here's your action item. What will you do to show value? Go ahead and decide for the services that you are offering, that you want to be offering or that you will be offering on a regular basis. Go ahead and decide, jot down some of the ways that you could provide value. And if you get stuck, ask the community, ask other people, hey, I do this. Ask some groups that aren't the VA Savvies group. I want to show off that I have this skill. What would you want to see in your inbox if you were hiring for this, and list out a couple ideas. Okay, that's the kind of stuff that you guys should be posting in Facebook groups about. A lot of us are only just commenting in Facebook groups, but be posting too. Be posting about your business. Be posting about the clients that you get, that you're excited, the growth that your clients have. Be posting about changes that you've made in your business. Show off your logo. Show off your new website. Show off, the fact that you did your time blocking today. Go and show that. I'm so excited. I've set aside this much time for marketing my VA business. I've time blocked my whole week. Take a screenshot of that and go and post it in a group. Okay. That's what visibility is. And this is a different type of marketing. It's not having to write a 1,000-word blog post every week. It's not having to have an entire Facebook ad funnel set up for your business. This is just visibility, getting out there, right? It's one type of marketing, and it's, in my opinion, one of the most important types of marketing is just that visibility. How will you show value? How will you get out there in front of people? Let's move on to the next secret. Is this 3 or 4? I might have messed up here. Sorry. But we're going to be talking about finding remote jobs. Okay. So a lot of times people will be like, okay, Abby, I want to find value, but just like you just did that quick search, you looked through 3 or 4 posts in one Facebook group and you didn't find any for that. Okay. Yes, that's true. But there are other places to be finding remote work. And that's what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about for what some of these secrets are. So again, go ahead and be adding this into your time blocking. Add this into your schedule. And so you have the set aside time to do this. So there's no excuse. If you don't have that time set aside, I promise marketing is going to fall to the lowest priority because you have other stuff that you're working on. Oh, I'm working on this project. I'm doing this. I'm trying to perfect this. I'm doing this client project. Make sure that it's in your schedule and that it's sacred, that nothing else happens in place of it because it is that important in your business. So what are some things that you could be doing? Let's do this live, right? That's one of the things that I wanted to do in this masterclass is show you live how we could find some of these positions. So again, if you're looking for places to find jobs, these are some of the top places that I have found. I'm going to show you one more method after this secret too, of where I like to find clients. But if you're looking for jobs that have already been posted, again, if you have access as Savvy Tech members and Bootcamp members have access to those remote job opportunities. So be looking at those, be applying for those positions, okay? Show value first. Even that friend I talked to the other day that said not very many people showed value first, she had posted her job exclusively in the job opportunities emails from the Virtual Savvy, okay? Makes me a little sad because it means that, my Virtual Savvy people aren't all showing value first, but hey, it's showing you that there still is opportunity in those emails. Even though she got a ton of responses, not very many people showed value first, really, really took the opportunity there. So the remote job opportunities emails that you're already getting. Our friends and family email. If you guys don't have that already, I'll go ahead and include that with this video. We'll send it out in a replay. But the friends and family email is basically you just reaching out to the people that you already know, right? It is, if you search friends and family email or what is it? Oh, I forget the other name for it. Oh well, I'll send it to you guys. But it's basically it's just a template email that is reaching out to the people because just like you know a business owner, somebody else in your family knows a business owner as well. Okay, Facebook. This and I know that if this isn't already part of your routine, go ahead and make it part of your routine. Now, I've really cut down on I don't really look for work anymore. Um, because my visibility Fridays look different. My marketing looks different than finding service-based jobs. However, when I was actively looking for service-based jobs, I was doing this every single day. So you can easily search for, if you do SEO, anyone offer a course in SEO, I want to up my game in that area. So this could potentially be a person that could be looking for someone to hire instead of learning to do it themselves, right? Another person, anyone here focus in SEO. So you can write your specialty. Another thing that I'll do sometimes is just put in the word hire or hiring. So let's see. When your business started growing, who was the first person you hired and why? Um, I like to support and hire locally when I am able. So this person might be looking to hire somebody soon. And again, this is just in one group, right? Is anyone a Kickstarter campaign manager or strategist looking to possibly hire someone? So they're wanting to hire for this very specific thing. But you can see how quickly, I mean, this is one group just searching through. And I didn't look this up ahead of time, so I didn't know if anything was really going to show up. But let's go to this group too. There's so many business groups, entrepreneur groups, hiring. Um, I'm new to hiring a VA. Are there any Canadian VAs in here? I'd reach out to them anyways, even if you're not Canadian, right? um, let's see. Hesitating. Oh, this is somebody who is a VA. Anyone advice on hiring an intern? I mean, they probably want someone who's going to work for free there. Okay. Okay, so this person has hired a VA or is hiring a VA. Oh, that was Lupita. We know Lupita. Lupita has hired before. Okay, so you guys are seeing here the type of people, hey, they were hiring and this wasn't that long ago, right? That here's somebody that was hiring. So, and don't be scared if you see, I mean, this really wasn't that long ago. This was a couple weeks ago. I guarantee you there are so many of these people that are hiring that have not hired somebody yet. Okay, they'll get 2 weeks in and maybe they got a ton of applications that weren't very good. Maybe they reached out and just didn't find the right fit. Maybe they got busy. So it's still worth, I mean, I'd say even if it's been less than 6 months, even, I don't know, even a year, they could have hired somebody and left already. I mean, it is definitely still worth it to reach out to these people. Okay, the same thing with going to job search sites. Okay, so I'll go to sites even just like Indeed and type for the word remote. Okay, and sometimes you have to do a little bit of searching, but here's a remote part-time a virtual assistant. Okay, $25 an hour, and especially if that's a W-2 position and not I know some of us are like, oh, I won't accept W-2, but if it's $25 an hour and it's W-2, that could be a good position for you right there. And how easy was that? I literally just typed that in right away. I'm doing this live, so I'm taking a chance here, but I want to show you guys how easy it is to find jobs. LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn, I'm gonna type in jobs so I can get straight to the Find your next career opportunity with LinkedIn, right? I'm going to take away the location because location doesn't matter for us. I'm going to type in remote. Sometimes volunteer positions are going to come up. Might not find something right away. Remote work from home. That could be a good one. Sales rep, customer onboarding manager. That could be good for the right person. You can also type in virtual. Okay, so we're looking for some virtual positions. And sometimes you'll hit ones that are better than this is one company doing a lot. So technical writer. So they probably put in there that that this could be a remote position or virtual. Virtual assistant is another one you can search for. Virtual office assistant. Okay. This was posted 19 days ago. You can also sort this by post date. So you can see ones that are a little bit more. Virtual loss control specialist. Okay, that one's brand new. So there's some virtual positions here. You have to customer onboarding specialist, virtual. Okay, and some of these are going to be W-2 positions, but I just want you to be seeing where some of these remote jobs can be found. I'll even do Craigslist, but I won't always just do Craigslist for the city I live in. Sometimes I'll do you can do Craigslist for other big cities, right? Where are some of these people hiring in other larger cities? You can go to jobs, and sometimes you'll find things here, sometimes you won't. Oh, remote bookkeeping position, remote customer service position. Okay, so these people aren't going to care if they are remote copy editor. Okay, so go to some of these bigger cities and search for remote or virtual assistant, virtual admin assistant. Okay, virtual assistant for an event agency. This was just posted about a week ago. Okay, so here are some really awesome ways that you can be finding these remote jobs. Okay, look around you. Jobs are there. Okay, and anybody who says, oh, there's so many virtual assistants, there's not enough work out there, guys, it's not true. There's enough work out there for all of us, I guarantee it. And the great thing is too is that some people, some of the positions that you can find are people that don't even know that they need you yet, right? Like Hema, whenever she reached out to me, I didn't know I needed somebody to help me with my SEO. I mean, I guess I did in a sense, but I wasn't looking to hire anyone. But she provided so much value that I was like, we've got to work together. And so these are the type of positions. Look around you. Where are the needs? When somebody is posting, you'll be surprised if you're in this world and you're listening to you're looking at blog posts, you're listening to podcasts, people will throw things out. Super high-end clients will be like, oh, I'd really love to start a YouTube channel someday, da 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 da, or yeah, eventually in the next year or so, we plan to start a podcast, or Instagram isn't really something that we do, but da 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 da, and they'll throw these little tidbits out. And guys, when they do that, if that's something that is your specialty, jump on that. Even if they haven't posted an actual job position, have your ears open for those people. Be in the space, be reading blog posts, be listening to podcasts. So you're just hearing, do it in the car. Don't read blog posts in the car, but be listening to the podcasts and things in your car, the most recent ones that some people that you'd like to be working for. And just start to listen and pay attention. What do they need? You can search after people by the jobs that they need, but you can also just search, by the type of people. And so that's kind of brings us to the next thing. So what if I'm doing all of this? I'm searching and I'm searching and I'm still not finding the type of jobs that I want, to be doing. Okay, we have a question here. Would you recommend responding to job listings that have a lower rate than you work for? So two things. One, if you are willing to work as a W-2 employee, that might be something to take into consideration because some of these remote jobs, some people just aren't used to the idea of contractors yet. And sometimes people will get upset like, oh, this sounds like a W-2 job and not a contractor job. Guys, it's just because people aren't used to it yet. Don't get upset when that happens. Like sometimes we just have to educate people. So if somebody is posting and it's a W-2 position, you have two options. You can go ahead and you could reach out to them and see if they'd be willing to work with you on a contractor position. Let them know, here are the benefits of working with somebody as a contractor as opposed to an employee. Or, if the job is really good and you would consider working as a W-2 remote employee, that could be something to consider as well if that works for you. Again, I'm not trying to like make you all employees because I know we've done this to start our own business, but some employers are really great and still are okay with you working with other people. They still don't like require you to work certain hours, or maybe you can work the hours that they're wanting you to work. So there can be some benefits to working as a W-2 employee. And when that happens, your taxes are already taken out. So you can look at job listings that are a little less than what you would normally, need because that's going to even out in the taxes. There's calculators out there that show like W-2 positions as opposed to self-employment positions, and kind of the rate calculator. Don't do anything that's way below. I mean, if your rate is $30 an hour, don't go out and get any $15 an hour job that you can find unless if you're really, really, really in a lurch and need money fast. But I think it is still worth if it's close to your rate, if it's like within the $5 range of the rate that you already charge, and especially if you're really needing that work, it might be worth it to reach out to them and say, hey, I'd be willing to do this rate. Like, what if we work together for 60 days? After that time period, if we love working together, then then I would ask to be raised up to my ongoing rate, which is $30 an hour, 33, or whatever you charge. Does that make sense? Great question. So if you are not finding the type of jobs that you want, then there is another awesome methodology that I love, and this is probably one of my favorite ones to talk about. But first, your action item for this last step is to find one job to apply to today. Guys, we gave you this big list of different places to be looking for jobs. So just find one. Find one, apply to it today, okay? Go ahead and pick one job and you're saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show value first. I'm going to really, really put myself out there. If you've been waiting, like I said earlier, some of us, we go back and forth between that I'm not ready phase and that I'm too busy phase. Either phase that you're in, go ahead and find one job that you can apply to today. This is your action item, so stop and do it right now if you're watching the recording of this. All right, so if I'm not finding the type of jobs that I want, I think I put that one twice. Then we're going to move on to secret number 5. And this is one of my favorites, something that I teach in the boot camp. And it's one of my favorite ways and the way that I really found most of my clients for my VA business. High-end client targeting. All of us want to work with high-end clients, right? What is a high-end client? A high-end client is somebody, honestly, that can pay you well to do the job that you can do, okay? So this is somebody who, their business is more likely more established. They already have some systems in place. They usually can hire for specific tasks rather than just hiring one person that can do everything. So it's really, really great when you can start to work with more established businesses because they're going to be able to pay you more. They're going to already know what it's like to work with people like you. They maybe already have other employees or contractors. And so that's why it's really, really great to start doing some high-end client targeting in your business. So here is what I want you to do. Make a list of your dream clients. And this is not like, this would be my ideal client, like, oh, I'd love to work with a six-figure business owner or something like that. No, find the name of a person. I'm talking names, I'm talking websites. You write them down, make it in a spreadsheet, do your top 50. Who are the people that you would love to work with? Well, why couldn't you work with them? Who says that you couldn't be working with that person? Let's make a list and let's go after these people, guys. Let's, in a non-creepy way, let's show them that you are the type of person that could really, really benefit their business. And so, when you're coming up with that list, I recommend doing a full 50, because that's going to be, if you commit to reaching out to 50 of your dream clients over the next year, let's just think about that for a second, right? Every year, I should turn off the screens and show you this, but I actually just finished. I buy a giant whiteboard, guys. It like literally takes up my entire office. It's amazing. I buy this giant whiteboard every year, and I make a goal. I make one goal for the year, and I write that goal really big on the top of my whiteboard. And then underneath, I track how I'm doing in that goal. And I've read this book before. It's called 40X, and it talks about your goal setting, and it's actually designed for teams, but it talks about goal setting as lead measures and lag measures. So you could say, I want to get 10 clients, or I want to be fully booked. And that is a great goal, but that's a lag measure, okay? That is a type of goal that's the result of your hard work. So it's best to have your goals be something that is a lead measure, is what they call it. But basically what it is, it's how you're actually going to get to that end result. So if your goal for 2018 is to be fully booked, what your actual goal should be, the lead measure goal should be, I'm going to reach out to 50 dream clients this year, okay? Because if reaching out to 50 dream clients and doing value first proposals to them, if that can result in you being 50 booked, being fully booked, it's a much better goal, right? It actually leads to the results that you want to do. A lot of us will set goals and then we're like, I don't actually know how I'm going to do that. Okay, so we want to set. I do email subscribers. That's how my business grows. I love setting goals for email subscribers, but it's really elusive, right? If I say I want to get 20,000, 50,000 email subscribers, 1,000 email subscribers, whatever, saying that's my goal doesn't really get me there, does it? It's like, okay, well, what am I going to do to get there? Well, I'm going to hire a Pinterest manager and blog once a week, or I'm going to do 100 partner webinars this year, or what is the thing that's actually going to get you to that place? I'm going to get on 50 podcasts this year, whatever it is. What is your lead measure goal? Okay, little side note. So, but it's just kind of cool to think about, like, what could actually happen if you reached out to 50 dream clients this next year. What would your business look like? How could it be different? So when you're coming up with that list of who are your dream clients, who are the actual names, what are the websites of the people that you would love to be working for? Think, who are you already following? Whose Facebook groups are you in? All these Facebook groups that you're joining, who's the leader of those Facebook groups? Would they be a person that you'd enjoy working for? Who do you respect in the industry? Who are you reading their blog posts, listening to their podcasts? Who do you subscribe to? Whose emails are showing up in your inbox? These are the people that you already have interest in, the people that you're already, would want to work for, right? If you're getting stuck, if you get to 20 or 30 and you're like, oh, I don't know what else to do, I love using the tool BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo is really awesome for finding key influencers, right? So this would be people who are more so bloggers, but bloggers can be, or a lot of, big businesses have blogs on their site. So if I love working with, maybe I want to work with someone in like the photography business, I could put start photography business. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is gonna show the most popular blog posts. You could do this on Google too, but I really like seeing it here because it shows you, it doesn't just show up top in Google, it shows you where these are getting shared in other places. So you can see, oh, this person has a big Pinterest following. I just think it's fun that way. Okay, so how to start a photography business. So a um, here is a website on that. 7 tips to start and grow a photography business. So this is the digital photography school. Oh, I think I went to the wrong thing. This is showing other blogs that Digital Photography School has done. But it's actually good to look at because you can see, they obviously have some really popular blog posts. And what does that mean? More, if they have more popular blog posts, more traffic to the site generally, especially if they're selling something great, they have something that they have monetized, right? And so here is a blog, and they sell courses. They're in the photography realm, and we can look and we can see, man, what is it that they are doing, or what is something that they have a call for writers. What is something that I could do? How could I really work with these people? They have 1.6 million subscribers, right? So showing even if it's just a video and you send them a video that's like, man, I love photography. I love what you're doing. Here's some of the things that I absolutely love. Go and look at each of their social followings, right? Go and see, are they posting to Facebook every day? Maybe they need somebody, I don't know, it looks like they might, they have a ton of people on here. But they have people creating these images. If you can't think of something new to do, just do something that they're already doing, right? If you know that you can do something just as well as what they're doing, write a blog post for them, um, or let's see, what was I going to say? Here's like the ultimate guide to landscape photography. Okay, go ahead and take this pinnable image and create 5 more for the same thing and be like, hey, here's some more pins that you could use to promote that post further, right? There's a lot of things that you could do. Sometimes you'll see big gaping holes that you're like, oh my gosh, it's so obvious they need to be doing this. Sometimes you have to search, and sometimes you just have to throw something out there. Okay, but it's a way to just get out there and to start working with people that you would want to be working with. So again, the whole point is showing you where you can find some of these big name people that you may not have known existed before, right? Yes, we will be sending out a replay for this, so don't worry if you are not able to watch the full thing live. We are about to wrap up too. So is this helpful for you guys? I want you guys to be finding your dream clients and going after them, guys. The value first mentality doesn't just work for people who posted a job, okay? You can write to people who you admire, tell them why you admire them, and show off what you do a little bit. It's okay to do that. In fact, it's awesome to do that because this is how you're going to get noticed. Um, you know, one at a time. You just go and you'll find these people, you make your list of 50, and one at a time. If you have one a week, okay? If you do one a week over the entire year, you will have reached out to 50 dream clients, right? It's not that difficult. But most of us just lack the actual tenacity to go out and do it. We haven't set aside the time in our business. We haven't actually made that a priority. And so we're just not doing it. Start to look. What do they need? Where are their weak spots? Okay. We went and we looked at this digital photography school. Just looking through here a little bit. Something that I'm noticing just by looking through here is that they don't have any click to tweets, you know? Um, It looks like this has been shared a lot of different places, but it has been shared on Facebook and on Pinterest more than it's been shared on Twitter. So, maybe you could think of some tweets to go along with this and do some, go ahead and create some images that would be some click to tweets that they could just add in here super, super quickly. Okay. So that is just one way that you could improve upon what they've already done. Look and just see, even if that's not what they end up hiring you for, okay? Maybe that's not your main service is doing click to tweets for business, but it's you being like, hey, I noticed that there's a hole and I'm going to be proactive to fill it, right? It's just showing initiative. It's showing the type of person that you are. So what do they need? Deliver it in a big way, guys. This is how you stand apart from everybody else, whether they're a person who posted a job or didn't post a job. Deliver in a big way. Show them what you can do. Let's show them what we're made of, right? This is how you go out and how you find the amazing opportunities. Deliver. If it's a big enough client, guys, if it's somebody that's literally your dream client, see what you can do as in ways of follow-up. I am not beyond sending ice cream or cookies to people. Like, really, you see that that's one of my good friends, Jordan, when she was first starting out, she saw that her dream client was at Social Media Marketing World in California. And she was talking about her hotel room and mentioned the name of the hotel. So my friend overnighted cookies to her. Okay. Yes, or cupcakes. It was cupcakes. Yep, that was expensive. But do you know what? She got the job. She was referred to as the cupcake girl for the next year. She worked for this girl for 2 years, a very high-end client, to get her out of her 9-to-5 job. And now this girl has worked with multiple high-end clients, charges $4,000 a piece for her packages. It's having 10K months. Guys, one big high-end client can change everything, okay? So it's worth it to do this, okay? Awesome. It's more effective to pitch big to a few than to pitch mediocre to a lot. So do it. Take the time. 50, make your dream 50 and reach out to one a week and make it happen, guys. So your action item, make a list of your dream 50. Who are they? This is a great thing to do as just a 1-year goal. Go ahead, write it on your whiteboard in your office or in your bedroom or your living room or whatever. Put a sticky note so you see it every single day and you remember, all right, during my marketing time that I've already set aside, this is what I'm going to be doing, is reaching out to my dream 50. Guys, what's stopping you from marketing? Really? What is stopping you from getting out there? I've called this the top secret VA marketing class, but the secret is there really is no secret. It's all about setting aside the time to do it and really showing the value. That's how you stand apart. That's how you land the high-end clients. It's the initiative to do it and just getting out there. You don't have to be the most experienced. You don't have to have the longest sheet of people that you've worked with in the past. You just have to show initiative and take a little time to reach out to these people, whether they're the people that posted jobs or the dream clients that you're going out after, even if they haven't posted a job. What's stopping you from doing this? There's never going to be a good time. You're either going to not qualified enough or you're going to feel too busy. Either one, go out, schedule it, do it. Another bonus tip for you right before we step out is if you feel like this is something that you want to do, guys, find accountability. Find somebody who will do this process with you, right? Find somebody that every Monday you can say, here are my goals for the week. And every Friday you can let that person know if you actually reached your goals or not, okay? Find someone that you can be accountable with. The VA Savvies group is a great place to find somebody who can be accountable in your marketing goals with you. And hey, if you get fully booked or they get fully booked, it's a great person to pass along clients with as well, right? It's a great person to help share leads. It's really, really great just to find community and find accountability. But accountability doesn't happen on its own. Accountability is never going to come to you. So you have to go out and find it, okay? okay? You have to go out and be active about your accountability. Be aggressive with it, okay? All right, you guys liking this? Did you like this information? At this point, do you feel more empowered to go out and to market your business? Because that is my goal for you guys. I hope that you did. I hope that you enjoyed this training. If you do have any questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comments now. I'll hang out just for a few minutes just to make sure that we don't have any lagging questions before I jump off here. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me for this masterclass. I know that, starting a business is hard, and most of us did not jump into starting a virtual assistant business to be a marketer, okay? But I hope that after this training, you've been able to see that marketing doesn't have to be difficult, that it doesn't have to take up all of your time, but that it really can be broken apart in just a couple simple tasks that you can do every day to really start getting those leads coming in on a consistent basis. Okay. Thank you guys so much all for joining me here. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you have an awesome, awesome afternoon. Let me double check and make sure we don't have any more questions in the chat. I think we're good to go. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good evening or morning or afternoon, whenever you're watching. Bye-bye.